Hey everyone, Hybrid Tour Reviews here, wanting to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Djarin as Morak Imperial Tank Driver Disguise. Excellent looking figure based on the packaging, one that I was excited for. Let's go ahead and get into the review and see if this is a good addition to the collection. Alright, you guys know the drill. As always, we start by taking a look at the packaging. This is the plastic-free standard, although the plastic-free is going away, thankfully. Got a nice big Black Series logo up top, above a big render of the figure, looking sick. Mandalorian in orange here. Djarin Morak, warning 4+ plastic-free Hasbro. Some neat-looking artwork, a Den on the side here, looking all stoic with his helmet off. Inside of the box features that render of Din, saying that he's exactly 6 inches tall, also showing his accessories. Black Series logo up top. Plastic-free packaging, labeling down below. They really had to pat themselves on the back on that one. Around back, yeah, Black Series logo, that render of Din again. A nice bio in varying languages. Pause and read whichever language fits you best. Number 31 in the Mandalorian lineup. Ton of legalese, Disney, Hasbro, barcode, more legalese underneath. Flat black up top with a cardboard hanger tab. All in all, standard everything that you may expect to find. So let's go ahead and open them up and take a look at what's inside the box. Alright, here's Din out of the box. As always, we'll start by taking a look at our accessories here. So he comes with the Dark Trooper pistol, which has been in a few other officers since then. Very nice looking blaster, nice long scope up above. Otherwise, it's just in a flat gray plastic. Very... Oh no, I dropped it! Could probably make a collage of how many times I've dropped accessories on the reviews. Might want to look into that. But very nice looking blaster, looks very Imperial. Features a working holster on his hip. The scope doesn't go in it, but the blaster does. Like so. It's nice and secure. There's no strap over the handle or anything, but it's not going anywhere. Next, he comes with the tank driver helmet. Looking pretty good. It's a nice olive green plastic color with a little bit of weathering going on. It's a little splotchy, but it fits the vibe. Otherwise, just a standard green plastic, black paint on the visor. And it does fit over the head rather nicely. It does complete the look of the outfit. However, we want to take a look at what's under that helmet. Now, when we get up close on it, you're probably going to wish we'd put that helmet right back on. And he wants it back on too, but that's just his religion, if you will. So, allegedly, this is Pedro Pascal. I kind of, a little bit see it, kind of. Like, it's soft, it's there, I don't know, it's definitely not Hasbro's best. I will say, for a second attempt, they have improved. Here's the build-up pack Mando that doesn't look anything like Pedro Pascal. At least they got him the right skin color going on here. But, yeah, it's just something's going on. This is like Pedro Pascal after, like, a bee sting reaction or something. He's just a touch puffy. I mean, he doesn't have, like, a super slim face, but, I mean, his face ain't that round either. Thankfully, this is a figure you're probably going to leave the helmet on a lot of the time. I will say, it's passively there, and you kind of get in on some angles and kind of sort of see it, but it's definitely not Pedro Pascal looking his best. Now, excuse me. I will say this figure partners very well with the Miggs Mayfeld, which was technically the first Miggs Mayfeld they released. This is 100% reuse of that body. Miggs had an issue. I guess this red paint on his bicep wasn't supposed to be there. His outfit didn't have it, but Mando's did. I'd kind of hoped maybe they might give Mando the green bicep so you can just do like a head swap on these guys. That's not how it worked out, unfortunately. But they do strike a pretty convincing looking pair, I will say. We'll set Miggs off to the side and just take a moment to appreciate this Mando figure. So, I gotta say, I do really like this outfit. This is like an excellent tank driver kind of aesthetic going on. I'm very just keen on how it turned out. And, reuse of that Han Solo Mud Trooper from Solo is a great choice here. Just great costume design there. So, ultimately, a figure that I'm very happy to have. Let's go ahead and run through our articulation. Now, this is a figure from Solo, so some of it's a bit dated. But he features a ball joint on a hinge for the head, which allows him to look basically not up at all. Can look decently far down, though. Get some rotation and some real good pivot going on. His arms can come out to a T-pose. The shoulder pads kind of go into the torso, but it does accomplish a T-pose. No butterfly joints, though. 360 at the shoulder. Single-jointed elbows that can go just a little past 90 and then rotate. Both wrists can go 360 and hinge in and out. Nope, sorry, right one goes up and down. Mid-torso ball joint allows him to crunch that far forward, that far back. Needs some good side-to-side movement here. His legs can kick that far apart, pretty decently far forward, not much back at all. There's an upper thigh rotation, double-jointed knees, can kick his own ass, and then his feet point basically straight down. Little clicky there. Only that far forward. There's a forward-facing pin for rocker, though. And that will allow him to get some pretty decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. Getting him stood up back there. Let's do some size comparisons. So, obviously they're going to clock at the same height, but got to bring in Migs since they were the buddy team-up in this episode. Here is a standard Mandalorian, the build-up one with the helmet on. And you do see it does look like Din shrinks just a little bit in this outfit, but that's just the cost of reusing a body. Here is a Shore Trooper, since they unnecessarily murked that one in the cafeteria. A tragedy, if you will. It was a mashed potato bowl day, and he never got to finish. And then Moff Gideon, just to give you a nice idea of how these guys scale. I think it works out pretty well, even if Mando is just a touch shorter than he probably should be. It works. End of the day, what do I think of this Din Djarin in his Morak Trooper disguise? I gotta say, I dig it. I'm happy to have it. I think a decent chunk of that is just being happy to finally have him to go alongside Migs here. Migs was a pretty solid pickup back in the day, just because that was the only version of Migs to get. I will say, if you wanted to go back now, you know, maybe Migs and Din and these outfits aren't essential for the shelf. Now that you have the Season 1 Migs, which is the better outfit. And since Mando only wears this episode for one episode, like, I totally get it. If you're like, hey, these two figures are passes, totally understandable. I will say, it was a pretty standout episode of Season 2. I had a lot of fun watching that one. And I'm happy always to get our main heroes in Imperial disguises. My plan with these is actually to put them on a Stormtrooper shelf, wearing their helmets, kind of looking at each other in the back, because, you know, they're out of place. So I'm keen on that. But it's a pretty solid addition to the shelf. But if you don't want it, totally understand. Not the best Din Djarin likeness. Not the worst either, though. I will say it's not bad. It's just not great. Definitely Hasbro's best attempt. So that's where I'm going to leave it. You know, I recommend it, but I get it if you pass. So I'm going to go work on some other videos. Thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe. All that end of video stuff, you know the drill. I will catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of you. And goodbye.